I was wondering if I could talk to you before class started.
You already are.
Right. Yeah. I was just wondering.
Don't use filler words. Try again.
I was wondering if for tonight's class and for the rest of the classes, if
Phone in the box, Miss Barber.
I'm almost done with this text.
And you can finish that text after class.
That girl has got to lose her attitude.
What were you saying, Pippi?
I forgot. If I remember, I'll let you know. Was that 160 you just had?
Yeah, my dad just got one from work, but he already had one, so he gave it to me.
No way.
But Miss freaking people over there took it away, which is so unfair because Ethan plays on his DS all of class and never gets in trouble for it. He doesn't even settle about it.
That's so unfair.
If you ask me, he must have something on her to prevent her from having him a new one like every week.
Like, blackmail?
What? No. Like his parents paid her off or something. God.
If his parents had that much money, I don't think he'd still be playing on a DS. That thing's like 10 years old.
Who's the new girl?
I don't know. When I walked in, she was already there reading.
You know what school she goes to?
No.
Get close enough to her to see what school's library that book is from.
Why can't you do it?
People take one look at me and think I'm the pretty, hot, popular girl that gets all the guys and is standoffish towards other girls. They take one look at you and see, the girl next door. Someone they can talk to.
Thanks.
You got this, Pippi.
Oh, I actually go by Penelope now.
What? Why?
I don't know, Pippi just sounds a little...
Okay, it doesn't matter. Just go with the class starts.
Hi there. I was just wondering what you were reading.
Oh, and another one.
What?
Agatha Christie, the Queen of Mystery?
Never heard of her. Guess I'm more of a Hunger Games kind of gal.
I never liked the idea that little kids are capable of killing. I'm much more a fan of adult murders. Because I'm reading a murder mystery with adult characters.
Have you solved it yet?
That's the thing. Every murder mystery needs a twist ending, period. It can't be too predictable, but it also can't be impossible to guess. And that's the paradox.
Huh?
Say there are 5 people in a room. The lights go off, and when they come back on, one of them is dead. There are 4 people remaining. One of them has to be the murderer, right? Wrong! That's too obvious. If any schmuck has a 25% chance of guessing who the murderer is, then that spits in the face of any real true crime detective.
But there were only 5 people in the room.
Exactly. Now the author was to come up with some roundabout way where someone who wasn't even in the room killed them. Maybe it was a suicide. But that's overplayed. Maybe all the suspects were in it together, but that's a little bit dissatisfying.
What is satisfying?
You tell me. Would you rather have the murderer be one of the original 4 characters whose narrative had been set up as suspects, or a twist 5th person who's only had 4 lines of description in the entire book?
I don't know.
Exactly. There's no pleasing everybody. I feel bad for murder mystery authors.
Okay. I'm gonna go now. Nice talking to you. I'm Penelope.
I'm Ariella.
Nice to meet you.
So what school did she go to?
The book was from the town library, not a school.
Find anything else about her?
Her name's Ariella.
That's it? You were over there for like an hour.
She was talking to me about the murder mystery paradox.
What? Okay. Time to bring out the big guns. I love your outfit. Where did you get it?
It was actually a hand-me-down for my sister.
No way. I love thrifting. I don't think I've seen you around here before. What school you go to?
I just moved here. I go to Shelly Hills.
No way. Welcome. I'm Daphne. Do you have a snap?
No.
Darn. You should totally get one. Okay. I'll touch you every time.
Ariella, by the way.
No, I don't. Charlotte Hills.
Makes sense.
No, it doesn't. If she's wearing hand-me-downs, why did she go to a private school? with Georgie.
Good evening, Mr. Weaver. Phone, please.
Oh shoot, I think I left it in my mom's car.
Show me your pockets.
What's wrong with Georgie?
We have science class together, and maybe if we literally talked about anything else, it'd actually warm up to him.
Go take a seat. I don't know, maybe, some people are just nervous about talking with others.
Why do people get nervous about talking to other people? That's not.
Some people socially
Social anxiety.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, Georgie.
Hi.
Hi, you nervous for science test next week, Debbie?
Shaking in my boots.
Well, maybe we could study together sometime.
I'm pretty busy.
That's too bad. Hey, I was wondering, when we pair for dancing later tonight, if you wanted to maybe be my partner. Totally cool if not. Feel free to say no.
I actually already told Ethan I'd be his partner. Sorry.
That's okay, no worries.
But you could dance with the new girl over there, no?
The one with the book?
Yeah. She seems cool. And it looks like she needs friends. It'd be really nice of you to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I will.
And that sounds done.
What's done?
Get a guy to stop talking to you?
He's just nervous because he likes you.
I need a man who acts like a king and treats me like a queen. I don't need a man who acts like a peasant and treats me like a queen.
What about Colin?
He's cute, but he's no Liam Payne. Plus he's dumb, like really dumb.
What you playing? Mario Kart? Cool, and playing as Luigi. I thought you always played as Princess Peach.
I play as both Luigi and Peach. I alternate between my favorite characters.
Hey, rumor has it that you're dancing with Daphne tonight?
Oh, really?
That's what she said.
Awesome.
And that's like a platonic thing, right?
I don't know.
What's that mean?
It means I never considered myself with someone like Daphne before. But now that she's showing interest, I might just have to go for it.
I know, I agree with you. She doesn't seem your type. At all.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
And how's that?
Ballroom dancing with her to see if there's a spark.
Well, I'm gonna dance with the new girl. Daphne said it'd be really nice of me to do so.
What new girl?
The one over there with the book.
I cannot look up from my screen.
Right. Good luck on the rest of your race. Hi.
Hello.
I'm Georgie. What's your name?
I'm Ariella. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Welcome to Killtillion. People can be a little rough sometimes, but that's okay because we're all suffering together. Well, you'll see. Do you know anyone here?
Daphne and Penelope said hi to me earlier.
Who's Penelope?
The girl over there in the red dress.
Oh, Hippie? Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, she is.
Hey, I was wondering, when we pair for dancing tonight, if you maybe wanted to be my partner. Totally cool if not, feel free to say no.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Awesome. I'm Georgie, by the way.
You mentioned
What's your name again?
Ariella.
Right, like the mermaid, except not really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sit down now.
Welcome, class. If you could all be in your seats. Unfortunately, Mrs. Gisborne could not be here this week, so there will be no dance lesson. But I did promise her that we would go over what we learned last week. Could somebody please tell me what you did last week? Yes, Pippi.
We did the fox trot. And
I'm sorry. Could you try that again without stuttering?
we did the fox trot. And
Wonderful. The foxtrot, one of my favorites. Who would like to come up here and show us a demonstration? Colin.
hey, Georgie.
Mr. Trevors, how kind of you to join us.
Sorry, Miss Feeble, karate grandma.
And that explains your inappropriate dress attire.
It's called a gi, actually. I would have been drunk time, but my mom's late picking me up, and she was on her way to a date with a guy who asked around at Walmart last week, and
Enough, Colin. Your tardiness just volunteered you to show us the foxtrot.
oh sweet, I love the foxtrot.
Go ahead and pick a partner.
Daphne.
All right. Miss Barber to the front, please.
May I have this dance?
Sure.
Maybe you shouldn't wear flip-flops.
They're sandals.
Flip-flops are kind of sandal, and those are flip-flops.
You know, the traditional art of karate is traditionally done barefoot.
You said traditional twice.
You know, the other kids in the studio call me Lethal Python.
Who cares?
Are we flirting right now?
No!
And that's how you foxtrot.
Wonderful. Good job. And take your seats. Let's have two more do it. Pippi, why don't you get up here? Who would you like to dance with? Ethan. Ethan doesn't have to dance if he doesn't want to. How about Georgie? Oh, up to the front, Mr. Weaver. Do not drag your feet. He's got this.
Pippi, may I have this dance?
He doesn't got this. You may.
I was supposed to dance with the new girl. It's not my fault. Miss Vivo picked you, not me. The man is supposed to leave! And why weren't you?
Okay, that was interesting. Why don't we come back to the front and try again? And this time, let's try to explain it for those who might be new.
Okay, so basically, it's fine, and you did it.
Okay, so basically, you're gonna hold your hands together like this. And then the leader is gonna take 2 steps forward, and the follower takes 2 steps back, then a step to the side, then repeat.
Wonderful. Thank you, you two. You can go to your seats. All right. How about our newest student gives it a try? Who would you like to dance with? Sure. All right. Come up to the front. What's your name, dear?
Serena.
All right. Let's give a round of applause. All right. I'll have you lead. All right. Join your hands. So Ariela's going to lead, so you're going to be the follower. So go ahead and join hands. Lovely. All right, we're going to take 2 steps back, starting with the right foot. 1, 2, then a step to the side with the right. And one more time. Back, back, step to the side. Well, one last time. Ready? 1, 2, step to the side. Wonderful. All right, you can take your seats. If there's more time, we will do more dancing later. But for now, we're going to move on to our manners lesson, using the proper cutlery. Now, our forks go on the left side of our plate. Can everyone please hold up their salad fork for me? Some of you have clearly never seen a fork. All right, good enough. Moving on. With our forks on the left side of our plate, that means our spoons and our knives go on our right. And if there is no soup being served, you will not need a spoon. Yes, Colin?
What about if there's mac and cheese? Would you have a spoon then?
Depends on if the host finds a spoon fitting for mac and cheese. Yes, Daphne.
I eat mac and cheese with a fork. It's more precise than a spoon.
See, it all depends on the host.
I'd say mac and cheese is a kind of soup.
What?
What? It has cheese broth.
Miss Phillips, please raise your hand the next time you have something you'd like to say. Yes, Ariella.
Sorry, what happened again?
Right. All right, now everyone please carefully pick up your dinner knife. Yes, Pippi.
I don't have a dinner knife.
Neither do I.
I don't have one either.
Same here.
Oh, my God. Yes, Ariella.
I don't have a knife either.
Thank you for sharing. All right, I guess I left the boxes in my car. I'll need 2 big, strong boys to help me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Colin and Georgie. All right, everyone, please stay in your seats. I'll be back in just a moment. In the meantime, Hippie is in charge. Come on, boys. Okay. All right. Let's remain calm. Remain calm. I want no roughhousing or shenanigans under my watch.
I'm sorry, but how can you think mac and cheese is a soup?
Alright.
To clarify, I was not talking about the kind that's all crusty on top. That kind is gross.
You mean the homemade kind, aka the best kind? Don't tell me you only think you happy stuff.
So what if I do? What's so wrong about
Let's
it?
remain calm.
It tastes like plastic. That's what's wrong with it.
Take that back right now!
No! Fuck! Eat it! Anyway!
Your screaming match is making me lose my legs!
Why don't you put your DS away? No electronics in class!
Why don't you be less of a bitch? Oh, and what are you gonna do about it, Daphne? Please show me. Hi there. Oh. No, goddammit! No!
Daphne!
Daphne! I swear you bought the torches out last time!
There's no running in class!
I swear!
No! You two come back here!
I'm sorry. The situation you're in kind of sucks.
Let me assess the situation. I've assessed the situation, and Daphne and Ethan have a higher chance of getting injured running around out there than all of you do just sitting in here. So I'm going to stop Daphne and Ethan to minimize all injuries. I won't be gone long. Ariella's in charge until I get back. But this is my first class. Oh, you'll be great.
Okay, everyone, just stay calm. If you have a book or something with you, feel free to take that out now. I'm sure Miss People will be back with the knife soon.
Miss People! Miss People!
Boom! Told you I could beat you.
I never said you couldn't. You challenged me to a race in which I declined because we're both holding boxes full of knives.
Oh my God, Miss People! She just walked in like this and fell over!
Where's Daphne?
That's what you're concerned with right now!
Yes, it did a murder on the loose.
You two are the ones who came in holding boxes full of knives. How do I know you guys didn't do it?
Because I would use gunshots.
Colin.
So you two didn't see this happen?
No! Okay, so I couldn't find Daphne or Ethan, so I figured my time was best spent here. Holy mother of God, people!
So Daphne and Ethan ran off together
Oh,
somewhere?
can I get my hands on him? I'm gonna...
Put your conflicting crushes on Daphne aside. Miss People is dead!
I wouldn't exactly call it a crush.
More like I think she's really cool.
And I just want to spend some time getting to know her.
One time.
Have any of you checked to see if she's still breathing?
Not yet.
I don't know how to check for a pulse. Ew.
I got this. Don't worry. I got this.
Miss People, wake up!
We need to call the police.
I've done all I can do.
Our phones are in the lockbox.
Colin, you still have yours. Miss you didn't take it because you came in late.
Does it look like it has pockets? My phone is with my regular clothes. It's probably outside of Walmart right now.
That is convenient.
What?
That you two just forgot your phones in the car, and you two were the last ones seen with People. Both of you came in holding boxes full of the murder weapon.
Well, that's way too obvious.
I'm sorry.
If we were the murderers, why would we come in holding knives?
It's just a cover-up. You're trying to act natural.
Yeah, and it's a great cover-up because you're immediately accusing us.
Yeah, how do you know it wasn't you? All of us were outside the room when it happened.
Are you kidding me? do it. We established there were no knives in this room, and I never left this room.
I guess you're right, there were no knives in this room. So the knives had to have come from one of the boxes that you two were carrying!
Not necessarily. We have to compare the knives in the boxes to the one in our back.
Then go ahead. That's the same knife.
That's debatable.
No, it's not. Did you two run into anyone while bringing the boxes up here?
No, not even Daphne or Ethan.
Ethan! That's it.
What's it?
Ethan, for whatever reason, is allowed to have electronics in class. I bet he has his phone on him.
Not if he's the murderer.
Who's the murderer?
Where have you been? And where's Daphne?
She's in the door. Holy freaking shitbags, people!
We know. We need your phone to call police.
I don't have it.
Of course you don't.
I gave it to Daphne in exchange for my DS back. And apparently she desperately needed to take Snapchat streaks.
And where is she now?
Probably in the bathroom taking mirror selfies.
They were just regular selfies, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Where's my phone?
How come you do? I don't know.
Jesus Christ!
Where's Ethan's phone?
What happened?
We need Ethan's phone to call the police.
I kind of dropped it in the toilet.
What?
I told you I wasn't taking mirror selfies, I was taking bathroom selfies. I was on the toilet and it just kind of fell in.
Better.
My dad told you what?
Very convenient that the three of you either forgot a phone or destroyed a phone.
And have we no New Girl didn't do it?
My mom loves that show. New Girl.
We all need to take a step back and go over everyone's stories one by one. The first was to leave were Colin and Georgie. Colin, let's start with you. Don't leave out any details.
Okay. Miss Feeble asks for some big, strong men to help carry in the knives, and Georgie and I volunteer, and we make our way out of the classroom over towards her car to grab the boxes.
Did you say anything during your walk?
Yeah, she said she thanked us for volunteering, and then said that if I ever showed up to Killtillion dressed like this again, she would talk to my mom. Anyway, we get to the car, and we're just grabbing the boxes when all of a sudden Miss Feeble gets a phone call and excuses herself to take it.
Do you know who the call was from?
She didn't say.
And you and Georgie walked in a direct line from the car to here.
Yes.
But somehow people arrived here before you.
Yeah, how come you're the one doing all this detectiving?
Because I'm the only one who has an alibi. Plus I've read the most murder mystery out of all of us. And I can guarantee I've seen more Sherlock than any of you. Now, Georgie, tell us your story.
Same as Colin.
From your own perspective.
We walk to the car, grab the boxes, Feeble gets a phone call, we walk back, dead.
I don't believe you. Because someone had to have grabbed a knife from the box to stab Feeble. And if you two didn't encounter anyone on your way back, then that means one of you two didn't.
Not necessarily. Somebody could have pocketed a knife from last class and brought it to class this time.
Again, as this is my first class, I am clear of suspicion. So that leaves Daphne, Ethan, and Penelope to tell their stories.
She goes by Pippi.
Actually, I go by Penelope now.
But since when?
I don't know. Recently. I just wanted to be seen as more mature.
So Miss Feeble drops dead and all of a sudden you're changing your name?
Penelope's my name. Like, legally. Pippi's just some dumb kiddie nickname.
So is Georgie, and you don't see me calling him George.
Hey!
I didn't mean anything by it, I just meant the...
Boys,
You
we're
look
getting
like a
off
Georgie,
track.
you
What's
know?
it supposed to mean?
If Penelope wants to be called Penelope, let's just call her Penelope. Next to leave the room was Daphne with Ethan's DS.
Yeah. I was tired of the special treatment Ethan received, so I took his DS and ran away. He chased me around for a bit. I didn't see anyone else. I eventually got tired and stopped running, and that's when I decided to strike a deal. In exchange for his DS back, I needed his phone so I could send my Snapchat streaks. We made the exchange, and that's when I went into the bathroom, and the phone just kind of fell in. Then I came back here.
You still have the phone with you?
What? No, I'm not reaching into a toilet.
You mean phone has been soaking in a toilet for the past 10 minutes when you could have put it in rice?
Okay, 1, my pee was in there, and 2, where am I gonna find rice?
My phone is in your pee right now!
I can go get the phone. I don't mind
Jesus! Also get the phone! No one will touch anything! Penelope, you're in charge.
Okay, what is that girl's deal?
Exactly, we don't even know her.
I mean, she shows up out of the blue, and now Feeble is dead, and suddenly she's this murder mystery expert that's accusing all of us of murder?
I mean, she was the only one who was in here the whole time. There's no way for her to grab a knife and stab Miss Feeble without being noticed.
That's it!
What?
Every murder mystery needs a twist. There's always some roundabout way where the seemingly innocent person doesn't.
Huh?
I don't know. That's what Ariella told me while she was reading her book.
So she didn't kill Feeble by stabbing her?
Then how?
Poison?
Something like that.
But if that's the case, then you stabbed her.
Got the phone. Don't worry, I washed my hands thoroughly.
Is it turning on?
No, it's been wet for too long. But this does mean Daphne's story checks out. If Daphne and Ethan were together the whole time, and Colin and Shorty were together the whole time, and that just leaves Penelope completely unchecked. So what's your story?
I ran out of the room looking for Daphne and Ethan. I couldn't find them, and I felt guilty about leaving everyone else in here when Miss Feeble left me in charge. So I came back and found Miss Feeble here.
So you were just alone, and saw nobody and nobody saw you? Very convenient.
What's the same with you, though?
I was in a room with so many other people. Then how do I prove my innocence?
I don't know if you can. You were alone the whole time. Daphne was alone when she went to the bathroom. Ethan was alone when Daphne went into the bathroom. Colin and Georgie are the only ones who were together the whole time, but they were the ones with the knives. I'm so confused.
Okay, how about we stop playing Nancy Drew and call the cops? If Feeble made a phone call right before she was murdered, she must still have her phone on her.
I already touched the body. It doesn't make sense for your fingerprints.
I'm wearing gloves.
Do those clothing have like additional pockets?
No.
Then whoever the killer is must have taken her phone.
If we call her phone, we can find out who has it. That's how we know who the killer is.
But we don't have a phone to call her phone.
What about the phones in the lockbox? I can try and find a key.
Finding the keys, calling cops, and waiting for them to get here will all take too long. What if the murderer strikes again?
You have a brown belt defending you.
Do you really think it's faster to solve a murder than to wait for the police?
I mean, it could be. We should be looking for clues. We're actively in danger.
That's why we need the police here.
Police don't actually prevent any crime, they just clean up the aftermath.
Exactly. The police can't do anything until we know who the murderer is.
Fine. Half of us will look for clues, the other half look for the key. Let's split up.
What is this, Scooby-Doo?
Dad, my joke was gonna be, what are we, the Beatles?
Who are the Beatles?
Dude, like the most important and famous band ever.
You mean One Direction?
One of their songs.
You are my sunshine. No, that's not one of them. Daphne, give me a Beatles song.
You are my sunshine.
No.
Ferris Bueller, the Ferris Bueller song.
It's Ferris Bueller.
Are they related to Anna Faris?
Who's Anna Faris?
It's perfect.
That's Anna Kendrick.
Who's Anna Faris?
B-movie.
What?
The song at the end of a B-movie. Here comes the sun, da-da-da-da.
They split up?
Yes, this was a big thing.
That's too bad. I really like them.
You have to look for clues with me? Okay.
I guess Penelope and Ethan are with me.
It's so weird to hear you call that. No offense.
Get used to it.
Come on, gang. Let's go dig through Feeble's purse.
And my team will look through Feeble's computer.
So, what exactly are we looking for?
Government files, copies of receipts, suspicious pictures.
How are we even going to know where to look?
I don't know. You. Pick the first stuff, Facebook memes, Smally, therapy, or untitled novel.
Let's go with Facebook memes.
Not the useful one of the bunch, but why not?
I mean, you never know. There could be a meme in there that's like, my face when I get the government conspiracy.
I can see why someone somewhere might find these funny.
Okay.
Okay, we're not gonna find any clues. Oh my God, I'm just gonna pick a new folder, okay? You, pick a new folder. Okay.
Oh my God, that's over 1,300 pages.
I'm not reading all of that.
Me neither.
Nope.
Okay, new folder. You, new folder.
So, vacation photos?
Usually what a folder title power means.
Banana, I don't think we're gonna find any clues in here.
Just scroll to the bottom. Maybe there's something.
It's probably just gonna be what color nail polish you wore to the beach.
Wait a second, what's that?
What's she doing with people in Maui?
Here, close it before she comes back. Ethan?
Hey, Ethan.
What? What's up?
You guys should look on Mike.
What? Why?
You might have to leave. How are you guys doing?
Not found anything yet. Just keep an eye out for our rail for me, will you?
Will do.
Bye.
So, you and Ethan.
What about it?
Well, you did have plans to dance with him earlier, and you were both acting very flirtatious just now.
You call that flirting? Oh, that's just called a normal conversation.
I guess what I'm trying to say is Ethan wouldn't make a very good boyfriend. He's a rule breaker, and those kinds of people will break your heart.
And who should I date?
I can answer that one.
I know, Colin. You asked me out in third period today. What did I say?
You said if I'm ever within 50 feet of you and I'm not legally required to be there, you're going to shove a raccoon where the sun doesn't shine.
Exactly. Now I want to hear how Dorothy feels about me.
What? Daphne, I was wondering if maybe you wanted to hang out sometime. Totally cool if not. Feel free to say no.
Hang out. Don't be scared. Use the D word.
Daphne, I was wondering if you maybe wanted to go on a date with me. Totally cool if not. Feel free to say no.
Georgie, I'm flattered. I'll tell you what. If we make it out of this alive, I'll let you buy me ice cream.
Colin, did you hear that? I get to go on a date with Daphne.
F this, I'm looking up my here. Dear Diary, these entries my therapist is making me do have done wonders for me. However, I don't think I can share this one with my therapist. I'm writing this on the beaches of Maui after a whirlwind night with a man named Mike. He's a book publisher who says he can take my novel off the ground, but he needs me to do something for him first. He asked me to deliver a package to someone named LP. I do not know what's in the package, and maybe I don't want to. Not only is Mike a publisher, but a passionate lover in bed as well. The only snag is that he just so happens to be related to a student in my Killtillion class. I'm not sure I can get an innocent child involved in this. I'm supposed to deliver the package in a few weeks. Wish me luck. Who would Mike be related to?
Pippi. Pippi met Maui and Feeble also met Mike and Maui.
It sounds like a family vacation.
Colin, can we sidebar for a second?
That's not suspicious.
It's a boy problem.
Boys don't have problems.
What do you have to on about, man?
It's testicular torsion. I need you on wisdom. Follow me.
want me to, you know, untwist them in front of everybody?
No, that was a lie.
We can't keep lying about the boxes. They're gonna figure it out.
No, they're not. We're not going to let them figure it out.
It's something to be embarrassed
It's the
about.
most embarrassing thing I can think of. Do you want Daphne to know about what we did?
I guess not.
Exactly. So keep calm. Deny, deny, deny. Perfect.
You're still coming over to my house to play Pokemon on Sunday, right?
Not so loud.
Okay. You know, you're allowed to like things, right? Things besides karate.
Girls don't like games. Girls like men. Men who do karate. Maybe that's why Daphne still treats you like a freaking child.
Maybe. The Colin I was friends with in kindergarten played Pokemon. And he wouldn't be ashamed of what we did outside. If Daphne doesn't like me because I play video games, maybe she's not the one for me. But you,
That's right, Dorothy.
I don't even recognize you anymore.
Alright, let's get looking.
Hey, Ethan,
Yeah,
why do Miss Peep always let you play video games during class?
I try to be sneaky about it.
No, you don't. You play your DS out in the open.
I guess she just doesn't notice.
But she also doesn't make you dance. And she
I,
makes everyone dance.
well, in my defense, I hurt my knee a while ago.
Doing what?
Stuff.
Oh, shoot!
What?
People was carrying around a copy of Lolita.
Oh.
The creepiest and grossest book ever written.
What's it about?
An adult doing gross things with a child.
Wait, people surround herself with children all the time.
Exactly!
Any sign of the keys?
Not yet.
Hey, Ethan, how did you hurt your knee again?
Why'd you change your name to Penelope?
It sounds more mature.
Yes, mature. You know, all of the teachers in our grade love you. Everyone already sees you as the most mature person. I mean, Phoebe even left you in charge when she left. Unless it's not about being mature to any adults, but being mature to your peers.
Ethan, drop it!
This is about all the boys drooling after Daphne. Is it because you don't want to be an innocent teacher's pet anymore? Oh, is it because Daphne's breasts are developing before yours?
Ethan! Oh. So we're psychoanalyzing. So we're psychoanalyzing now? Okay. You think you're such an anti-establishment bad boy when all you are is just a disrespectful, unlikable loner who's so glued to all of his screens that he doesn't make any effort to make any friends. Why are you smiling?
Because, Penelope, maturing is not changing your name. It is standing up for yourself. So, good job. You can sit up. There you go.
Sorry to interrupt your bonding, but you're gonna want to see this. To my dear Francis, I really enjoyed this book, and I think you would too. XOXO Mike.
Who's Mike?
I don't know. Ethan, go tell the others to look at the name Mike on the computer. I think you should stop pressing Ethan.
You don't think he did it?
He's just a loner. Sure, he's got secrets, but I don't think they're the secrets we're looking for.
How can we be so sure?
Just a hunch. Colin and Georgie are hiding something about the knives. I think that needs to be addressed first.
How's the other group doing?
Oh, you're good. Looking up like that.
Nice! Found your wallet. We can't rob a dead person. Well,
If we did, we'd be rich because there's $300 cash in here.
I am a big problem.
Do you know what this means? No one carries this much cash around. She must have made some under-the-table deal with someone, or was planning to with all this money.
Maybe Mike.
Mike seems to be more of a romantic interest than a drug dealer.
Could be both.
Yeah, like I have a crush on the pharmacist down at CVS.
A pharmacist is not the same thing as a drug dealer.
Penelope, they literally are. You give them money, they give you drugs. You shouldn't have to give them money in the first place.
There's also a picture in here. It's her and some man on the beach. Where is that, Hawaii?
Yeah, looks like Hawaii to me.
Do you know who that guy is?
Never seen him before in my life.
We know who Mike is. We know who Mike is. We know.
Or should we say Uncle Mike? Isn't that right, Pippi? Penelope.
Yes, I have an uncle named Mike.
Is he a drug dealer?
No, he's a book publisher.
Who deals drugs?
I don't know, maybe.
But is it true that your Uncle Mike met Bifibo in Maui?
Yes, we were on a family vacation, and yes, we ran into Miss People who was also on a vacation. Pure coincidence.
But is it also true that your Uncle Mike made sensual, passionate love with Bifibo?
Did she?
Yes.
Listen, I see him like once every 3 years. Hawaii was the last time I saw him, and I basically know nothing about him. It is possible that he's in some shady scheme, but I'm not a part of it.
Do you know anyone named LP?
No. Who's LP?
Mike gave Feeble a package to deliver to someone named LP tonight. My guess is the deal went wrong, and they killed her for it.
That's why people had $300. She delivered the package, LP gave her the money, and something went wrong and they killed her.
So then why would LP let people keep the money?
Unless they were going to come back for it later.
Miss Bifibo wanted to publish her novel. How much money does that take?
A lot.
More than $300.
LP didn't have enough money to give Feeble.
So Feeble kept the package?
And LP stabbed her and took it.
I think it's safe to say that LP is someone in this very room. So how about we look at the class attendance sheet, shall we? Did I press the button? Thank you, I'm terrible with technology. There we are.
There. Louisa Phillips. I've never seen that name before in my life.
And isn't it convenient that Ariella's name isn't on here?
Because my name is Louisa, dummy.
What?
My legal name is Louisa, after my grandmother. I changed it because she's racist. I don't know my other grandma's name, the one who's less racist. They were from a different time.
If we keep using that excuse, no progress gets made.
Yes, my legal initials are LP, but if you think about it, that's really dumb. Why would my criminal alias be my legal name?
I know who did it! It's Ethan!
What the fuck, man?
Your two favorite Mario Kart characters, Luigi and Peach. LP!
That's so stupid!
I'm just putting together the dots.
No, it's not Ethan, it's Colin.
What the heck, Daphne? I thought we were chill.
Since when? You told me about dancing with the other kids at the dojo call you Lethal Python.
Why would anyone call me anything like that? I'm terrible.
So make that Ethan, Ariella, and Colin with connections to the name LP.
Wait a minute. That's not everyone. Pippi.
I go by Penelope now.
Yes, but isn't that convenient? You're trying to distance yourself from your childish nickname, except I seem to recall that back in elementary school, you went by an even more childish nickname.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You weren't just Pippi to the adults. You were Little Pippi.
Is that true? I was abnormally small for my age. Lots of people call me Little Pippi. It means nothing.
Okay. So we've got Ethan, Ariella, Colin, and Penelope.
What? Yellow? Yes, this is him. That would be an honor. Yes, it's Georgie Weaver. Oh, right, like the Proud Heart. I can send in my character sheet. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
What did you say your character's name was again?
Oh, my half-orc rogue named Lightfoot Proudheart. Oh.
Georgie, that's indigenous Dakota.
So make that Ethan, Ariella, Cullen, Pippi, and Georgie. Hey, that's everyone except for me.
Wait, it's been so obvious. It's been in front of our faces this entire time. Your leopard print glasses. LP.
That is a total coincidence.
If one of us is LP, that does mean that there are 5 coincidences connecting the rest of us to the letters LP.
So how do we know who the real LP is?
We could take a poll. Surrounded by witnesses who've been watching us gather evidence all night.
You mean all the kids who've been sitting there staring blank-eyed?
They're not biased. It might just help to take a poll.
Do you think that one back there is thinking?
Raise your hand if you think Colin did it!
What? Okay. I'll let you finish counting. Okay, raise your hand if you think Georgie did it, huh? Now people think you did it. How does it feel?
Interesting. Raise your hand if you think it was Daphne.
What?
Go ahead.
No!
Raise your hand.
It was you. You did it.
Raise your hand if you think Ariella did it. Put it up. Put your hand up.
Okay. If you think Ethan is the murderer, raise your hand.
That means the only one left is Penelope.
Sorry, I think I was onto something.
That means the person with the most votes is Ariella.
It literally makes
Ariella, I knew this was the moment I came in this room. You think that you're such a know-it-all. Wait!
We have Georgie's phone. We can use that. Call Miss Feeble's phone. Whoever has her phone is the murderer.
I don't have Miss Feeble's number.
Does anyone have her number?
Yes, just give it to me.
Teacher's
Hello? Hey, Dad. Can you text Uncle Mike and tell him that Miss Feeble wants her to call him? Okay. Yeah, Cottillion's going awesome. Okay, thanks. Love you, Dad. Bye. Okay, Miss Feeble should be getting on a call soon. Uncle Mike to the rescue.
What?
Mike gave people a package.
Yes, but we don't know what's in that package. It could be drugs, blackmail, guns, blackmail!
There's only one thing we know Mike gave people.
Lolita.
What's Lolita?
A book.
Daphne? Why is the phone you dropped in the toilet ringing?
I guess it's working now. Looks like my dad doesn't need to buy you a new phone, Ethan.
Hello? Hey, Uncle Mike. Oh, Miss People can't come to the phone right now. Why? Oh, because she's busy. But you did call her, right? This is the correct number? Okay. Thanks, Uncle Mike.
Daphne, why did you drop Miss Feeble's phone into the toilet?
To destroy evidence.
No, it's not like that. Why did Ethan have her phone and why did he give it to me?
That makes sense. Ethan, how come you had Miss Feeble's phone?
No. All right. Finally, doesn't fit in the timeline. I figured it out.
Give me like 5 more minutes, I can figure it out too.
All right. First, Colin and Georgie run out of the room to get the knives with Feeble. Next, I chase after Daphne to get my DS back. We make our little exchange, and she takes the phone into the bathroom, calls Feeble that she's ready to pick up the package. You could have done this all after class, but you just couldn't wait, could you? You go down to the parking lot, you hand Feeble $300, and she says, "This isn't enough. I I need more money! But you need that package, don't you? So, she turns around, you find an unattended box of knives, and you stab her! But it doesn't finish the job. She drops her phone, runs away, and you take the phone, you run into the bathroom, take your Snapchat streaks, drop all the evidence of the illicit deal into the bathroom toilet, and then you walk back in here, everyone else walks back in, finds Feeble dead!
Interesting story. But Georgie and Colin never left the boxes unattended.
Yes, it's true.
It's okay. We can tell them.
What? What would have
I know what I said. I'm changed now. You help me see it. Georgie, in another world where Daphne isn't a murderer, you two would be very happy together. You deserve her because you're not afraid to be yourself. You don't have to put on a fake belt that's not even a real belt and buy a stupid robe on eBay. Truth is, while we were out looking, grabbing the boxes, bringing them back, I found this huge stick.
What?
Like this massive stick that fell off of an oak tree, and I wanted to play with this. We pretended it was a sword, a javelin, a lightsaber, a pole vault. I told Georgie not to tell anyone because girls will boys don't, right? They have sex. I see now that being who you are isn't about having sex. It's about being comfortable with who you are as a person. And I'll be being Daphne is who you are. I'll respect that.
Thank you, Colin.
What a beautiful story. But you have no proof. That's all just speculation.
Ah, proof. You know, Lolita, funny book. This disgusting tale of a grown man lusting after an underage child. To some, to most, it's a crime. But to others, it's a fantasy. Especially if the grown man is, say, a member of your favorite band.
I don't know what you're talking about.
One Direction, the best and greatest band in all the world.
I'm a fan of a boy band. That's not a crime.
No, it's not. What is a crime is purchasing pornographic content of one of the members taken without their consent. For instance, behold! Oh! British cock and ball! Ah!
That is a big stick.
Drugs, it's news.
Please never say package again.
And there's one particular LP more than the rest.
Liam Payne.
I just wanted the pictures, okay? People said that the pictures cost $2,000, and I only had the 300 from last Christmas.
So you admit you killed Feeble.
It's not like that. I just wanted the pictures.
We technically figured it out, but I can still go on that date with you, right?
Have more respect for yourself.
Yeah, you figured it out. You solved your little murder mystery. I killed Feeble.
Well, that makes my job.
I did that. Everyone is monologue. What? We were gonna go on a date.
I'm sorry, you killed somebody.
I think we can get past that.
It's a
nice
turn-on.
game.
I gotta really appreciate you being a good sport. Like, you could totally run.
I know, don't do that.
Don't.
Officer.
Like, obviously don't. You're hot, but like,
Good night.
yeah.
Okay, take your time, it's fine.
Hey, officer.
It's just a
Officer?
He's literally all
Wait,
over.
Bang, bang.
We can have it.
Officer?
Oh, you're not.
Okay.
Like, you
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Officer Officer Duncan.
Serious.
So all of your support of police.
Oh, I get it. Duncan, like
Like the donuts.
Oh, I can tell.
You're a cop.
You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah!
Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Boom.
You have the right. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be provided for you.
I've always wanted to hear a cop say that.
You need to stop idolizing law enforcement just because they're overfunded doesn't mean they're gods.
Please just let me look at the pictures, any one of them. It doesn't even have to be Leo. Please, Pippi, we're friends. Please, I paid for them.
No, we're not. And that's not my name!
So what do we do with the gross book?
My grandparents have a beach house. We could go down there and throw it in a bonfire and make s'mores.
Why would we do that?
Because we're all friends now.
I mean, come on, guys. It does sound pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I'll have to ask my mom first. I'll also ask if I can transfer to your school.
What? But you go to a nice fancy school. Ours is way worse.
Yeah, but we can barely afford it. It's all on scholarships that are way too much pressure on me. Plus, I'll have friends at this new school. No more reading one at recess. Play or something.
Speaking of playing, Ethan, why did Miss Vivo always let you play on your DS?
Oh, I filled out a disability form. They said I needed constant stimulation and kind of abused it.
But doesn't Daphne still have your phone since you dropped Miss Beagles in the toilet?
Nah, it's fine. I'll just take Daphne's phone if we ever get it out of the lockbox. I hear it's the new iPhone 6.
Yeah, how are we going to get that thing open?
My dad has a toolkit in the car you could use. He's probably here to pick me up now.
Why, our parents, they're probably right outside waiting for us.
Let's go home. We are going to crush 8th grade next year.
No.